Champion Challenge Cup. And 8 from America and Scotland now on the Berkshire side. It's Hobart College, USA, and on the Bucks side from Edinburgh University, coxed by Charlotte Davey, Ross Circuit in the stroke seat. Edinburgh already having fallen some distance behind the crew from Hobart, who are here for the 5th time at the Henley Royal Regatta. Were selected, pre-selected, and certainly living up to the expectation that such selection suggests.
Yeah, they've got an interesting style of rowing, this Hobart crew. If you look at their oars, you can see that they square them up, so they put them at 90 degrees, ready to go in the water, very, very late on in the stroke, which is usually something that you need to be quite nimble and athletic to be able to do well. So they look like they're a reasonably well-drilled crew. The Edinburgh crew, I know, isn't their top crew. Their top crew races in the student coxed fours, but they've had a massive resurgence this year as a club. Their coach, Colin Williamson, is himself, I hope I get this right, a 3-time Henley winner. I know one of those certainly was with me in 2008 at Leander Club, and he's obviously done wonders for the University Boat Club up there.
And his 8 here again, going through a learning experience against formidable opponents. Tell us more about the coach and his coaching style, Zoe. It's interesting to have an inside track.
I don't know him as a coach, I know him as an athlete, but certainly when he was in the boat with me, he had very good boat feel. So even as an athlete rowing in the boat, he was able to comment on what he thought the boat was doing and what he thought we needed to do differently. And that's not something that all athletes are able to do, but also put across well. So that's something, you know, it doesn't surprise me that he's doing well as a coach up there. He certainly seemed to have that ability himself when I was rowing with him.
Here is the Hobart 8, again with a long, confident stroke, coxed there by Sam Zuckerman. The natty shades, their famous orange and purple, and again in a position to dominate and to look back at Edinburgh University, who haven't let them go. They've remained always, to some extent, within touch. They've kept Hobart honest, but Hobart have always had enough and give the impression now of possibly just rowing within themselves as they reach the enclosures and close in on certain progress in the Temple Challenge Cup.
There's been some interesting steering from the Edinburgh crew. You can see these cameras are very unforgiving, and I'm not looking forward to my races later on in the week, but you can see she's quite a long way off her station and possibly sitting in the puddles of the Hobart crew, which is going to make their rowing slightly more uncomfortable.
Always a lot more uncomfortable to be behind. The water that much dirtier, especially, as you say, if the line taken by the cox requires it to be. But that is of little consequence now, because Hobart College, who led from the start, lead through the finish, and they are through to Henley Thursday, leaving Edinburgh University behind them.